Hello everybody and welcome back to Tlatoani, where we are currently making some decent progress here. We've got 1 year remaining. We've got all of this built up. Some of our war canoes are still lacking weapons. We do have a bunch of blade nappers around that we put up. This one still needs staffing. This herbalist over here is strained, but for the moment that's fine. And we need to bring up our prosperity somewhat here. So prosperity is mostly going to happen from profit and loss, and maybe getting our noble compounds up a little bit as well. Diversion, yeah, whatever. And for the moment, this is fine. We need to bring our axe monies up, that's for sure. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop our wages down a little bit, and I'm going to bring our taxes up a little bit. Not much, just enough to hopefully keep us well profitable. That's the idea anyway. So we need to get weapons down over here. This person is maintaining the wharf. Okay. I would like to see them actually bringing weapons down here. We've got weapons in all of these at this point, but we are definitely lacking some weapons in this war canoe wharf. So we're still a bit short on weapons. We do have our blade nappers pretty online at this point. I'm wondering where else we can put in some blade nappers. We could put an additional one over here. This blade napper, does it have a good source for obsidian? It can reach this. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so we would give up this forest if we were to put in another blade napper here, but I think that's probably a worthwhile trade. We definitely need to get more weapon production online. There's no doubt about that. I'm also wondering about maybe being able to reach up over here. If we were to go here, would this reach the... Not quite. But it would reach up here. Okay, let's do that. So we'll get a couple more blade nappers going here, and this seems okay for now. We're seeing some flooding down over here, but it's fine. Deeply, deeply unconcerned about that. There's actually a lot of flooding going on over there right now, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. So we should be seeing our money go up eventually. That's a lot of flooding. Okay. We really just need to provide some weapons to this war canoe wharf and then bring up our prosperity. That's all we need at this moment. So I'm wondering about the status of collection over here. So we have a collector here. Its service usage is intensive. We have a collector here. Its service usage is light. And I believe there's a collector up over this way somewhere. That's this one? Maybe there's not a collector up here. There should be. This is a good spot for it. So we'll do that. Looks good. And then maybe one up over here as well. Yeah, this seems fine. So we'll get that going. That seems excellent. We do need to bring up our prosperity, and that is what I am primarily focused on right now. Once we manage to get our war canoes to all have weapons, then I think we'll be able to start exporting some weapons, which will definitely be a very, very big deal for us. We have to provide military levies. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Let's just give these guys Empire service. That should be in total 8, and we know we needed 7. So let's see if that does the trick. Okay, so this is a well dipper down over here. This farmer's hut is growing very slowly. It needs maize to develop. That's understood for now. Health venue's overcrowded. That's this herbalist up here. For the moment, I'm not terribly concerned about that. We could think about putting in another herbalist somewhere, perhaps down here. Where's our gardener? I know that there's a gardener around here somewhere. That's the sweeper there. There's definitely a gardener here somewhere. Tended by... up here. Camera panned up this way. I definitely don't see it. I'm probably just blind. Because that's a sweeper. Okay. Some of our security venues are overstretched. Yeah, we're working on a sweeper up over here. We may want to consider putting in a sentry post up here as well. And then maybe a sentry post down this way. And over here. We could even put one in over this way, but I'm not terribly concerned about that. Maybe like there. Sure, that seems okay for now. So we'll get that going. Of course, we're strained on our temple to Tlaloc. That's understood. Our prosperity is down, and that's because our income is currently down. And that's because of our imports. So we can see this person is coming with a 192 loss. That's understood. But that's going to hurt our prosperity. And we only have 1 year here. So that's definitely pretty painful. No doubt about that. We're trying to export fish and pottery over here. And then this is importing obsidian and exporting cotton. I feel like we're just not getting enough cotton up over there. So we've already forbidden cotton from being sold, have we not? So if we go in here, that's cotton buds. Here's cotton. So we have industry access. Market access is forbidden. So we're definitely trying to produce some cotton over here. But it's not really making its way up here, I feel like. It's set to export. But when it's set to export, can it be grabbed from, like, over here? Well, this is also set to export cotton. So that's understood. Importing stone and accepting clay. That would be an import. This would be an import. This would be exporting cotton. Do it. That seems good. So production is underway on these cotton weavers. Up here, we've got another pair of cotton weavers where production is underway. I feel like more cotton weavers would definitely be useful. But I really want to see some weapons start coming into this war canoe wharf. That would be really, really good to see. We're good on weapons in these other areas, pretty much. We just need to get weapons down here. So this border stop is trying to balance weapons and armor. We're fine on armor. I'm not terribly concerned about that. Weapons is absolutely a concern, though. So to that end, I would like, and I'm wondering 8 of 8, 7 of 8, 8 of 8, 8 of 8. Okay, we should probably think about putting in another set of homes here. And, of course, bring this right on around like that. So having more homes up over here would definitely be a good thing. No doubt about that. I want to get more cotton production going. How much cotton buds do we have right now? So that's salt. That's cotton buds. We have 104 in stock. So I think it's pretty clear that we can definitely produce more cotton. And I think we should. So down over this direction, I would like to get cotton weavers in here and here. So this is set to export cotton. That seems fine. Do we have any cotton buds that are in range of this? Well, we can definitely have this be set to balance cotton buds over here, and that will be in range of both. So that seems okay. We can even put in an additional cotton weaver right here. And I want to do that. We can even put one more in, actually, if we want this to be a dead end, and it kind of will be. So we'll put an additional cotton weaver in right here. Okay, these people are heading out. What are you coming with? 720 loss. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. We absolutely have to do something with that. So what do you actually have? Carrying 80 of this. That's, what is that? Magri. Okay. That's understood. We have to import that. But that's very painful for us financially. We gotta get more production online. No other way around it. Absolutely, for sure. So this farmer's hut out over here and here, they're slowly being worked on. This farmer's hut here may not be reaching the granary. Actually, it is. So that's fine. They're going to actually start to work on some of that. That's good. timber is coming in. That'll get done eventually. But we still haven't provided any weapons to this war canoe wharf. We are consuming some weapons out over this direction. And that's understood. Prosperity is going to be our main problem right now. So, what else can we do here? Well, we can keep trying to get people to move in up over here and get these cotton weavers made. That's going to be very useful for us, for sure. We need to get some of these people to come back, some of these trading caravans to come back with a profit. Here's one that has a 500 profit. So that's something, anyway. I think we have to cut wages again and increase taxes again. I think there's no way around it. We have to get our prosperity up. So to that end, we need to get these cotton weavers done. And have we delivered any weapons down over here? The answer is no. So we've got these blade nappers online. Production is underway. So that's absolutely fine. We just need to get the weapons to actually be delivered to this wharf, right? This Chinampa's maturing, and this Chinampa still hasn't been worked on. So there's that. Eventually, this will all get fixed, right? Eventually. What are you doing? I'm not sure what they're actually carrying, but they're traveling out. Now, this is saying 1 year remaining. I don't know if this is going to end on the new year or not. If it does, then this is going to end in failure because we just haven't delivered a weapon to this war canoe wharf yet. All of the weapons are getting eaten up out over here, and I'm wondering how many we have in stock. We have 76 in storage yards right now, and 35 in workshops. All we need to do is deliver it to here. And we just got a delivery of 10 weapons. So hopefully they'll deliver it to the location that has the lowest amount. We'll find out. We see our prosperity continuing to drop, and that's because of our axe money situation. So I would love it if these guys out over here would actually build this. But I have a feeling that a big part of our issue is timber and this tribute. This tribute is a big problem too. So that's definitely the case. Some of our buildings need amate to provide service. I don't know what that is. Okay, never seen that before. Well, down over here, we can put in a road here, with the idea being that this is currently a canal bridge, yeah. So the idea would be that this gets connected up over here. We do see some weapons down here now, too. So we've got weapons in this area. You're making a social call. Okay. We're just not delivering weapons to this war canoe wharf, and I kind of feel like that's not my problem. We've got weapons right here. They're just not getting delivered. So that's interesting, for sure. We need to get that prosperity up, though, and we need to get some stuff delivered out over here. So we definitely need more timber. I think we have to build more sawyers up over here. We just desperately need more timber. I think that's very, very clear at this time. So we've got our weapons over here now, 10 out of 40, and this currently has 13 out of 40 weapons. We just aren't delivering them to this wharf. So we've got the weapons nearby. As far as the prosperity goes, we need to continue to boost our income. No doubt about that. But we're just not delivering the timber out over here either. This is needing timber. This is needing timber. So we just need more timber out here. This is going to need timber as well, of course. So more timber is absolutely a thing that we're going to need. I think we're in a position where even if we fail this, we can reload the save from the beginning of the episode and continue to try. I think we're probably in a position where we can make this happen. but we might have to do some very drastic measures. Okay, what are you doing? 336 loss and 125 profit. So that's barely any profit. So I think more cotton weavers are absolutely a huge necessity here. I see that the weapons here are now gone. We have delivered at least some weapons to these war canoes. So I think we're making progress on our weapons. There we go. 30 out of 35. So all we need now is to boost our prosperity. So I don't know how much longer we've got for this, but I'm going to absolutely crash our wages down here. And I'm going to absolutely crank our taxes up. We're now at the maximum and the minimum, respectively. Our primary issue, of course, is our importations, right? But what I want to do now is I want to start exporting some weapons. Now that we've provided weapons down here, we should be in a place where we can start doing that. And hopefully we can start turning this prosperity around and start making some actual money. So in terms of what we need for this prosperity, city funds, debt, profit and loss, common housing, elite housing, destitution. So we've got some homeless people. Okay. We did finally finish this cotton weaver, so that's a good sign. Enemies are on the march. That's absolutely noted. And I'm wondering about housing over here. There's not too much in range, but there is some. Okay. So enemies are going to be coming in. That's understood. We'll deal with that, but it's not the end of the world. Timber is absolutely at a premium right now, and I'd like to see what the status of this is. These fields still need digging, so it's very slow going out over here. We're making some progress out this way, I feel like, but not too much going on over here. Timber is a big, big luxury for us at this point. We gotta get these sawyers online. I really wish we could prioritize particular buildings. That would be really nice. But alas, we cannot. This person is returning with 125 profit. Okay. So that's neat. Okay, the invading army is coming from up here. So we're going to drop our rally point here, and we're going to bring absolutely everybody. Get out here, fellas. We do see our weapons here now, so that looks good. I think we've got enough weapon production, so that should be absolutely fine. I'm just moving this down over here for now. So our guys are going to be making their way out here slowly. And we're going to start fighting them very soon. Okay, so we're now fighting them, and this seems reasonably fine, but it's a distinct lack of timber out here. That's definitely the core issue. We're trading very well here, and this is probably due to our amount of weapons and armor. These guys are in retreat. I wish I knew what the profit and loss was. But okay. So we're now done here, and we'll disband these lads. Perfect. So yeah, we traded extremely well there. No doubt about that. We're on day 356 here, and we will see. If we need to make faster progress on all this, we definitely can. These cotton weavers are now starting to come online. So that's good. I'd love to see these sawyers come online too. Okay. So in terms of weapons down here, we definitely, I think, have enough weapons coming in, and levies not received, but we did send our tribute. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so yeah, that was the end there on that year, and that's understood. So that means that we need to boost our prosperity and focus hard on that prosperity. So let's reload our save from the beginning of this episode. I think we can get there from here. I do think that we can get there from here. So what we need is we need to put in a couple of additional blade nappers. So we're going to put in a blade napper here. I'm going to put in a blade napper here. I'm going to put in a blade napper up here as well. Like that. Then I'm immediately going to come out over here. I'm going to take this road out this way and bring it down like that. I am going to connect this road up over here this time, like this. And then I'm going to put in the housing over here much more quickly. I'm going to put in the 2 extra Sawyers up here much more quickly as well. So they're going to go in immediately. And we're going to put in common homes here, 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 and here. And we know that we need to get weavers online, right? So we're going to get a cotton weaver over here, 1, 2, and I'm going to do 2 additional up here, like that. So that's a lot of cotton weavers. And then I want a pair of blade nappers, actually maybe even a trio, right up over here. Lots more weapons production. And I also want to start exporting weapons basically immediately. So something along the lines of this. I also want to pretty much immediately cut our wages down to minimum, because we know that we're going to need to be in a much better financial situation, right? And this doesn't actually appear to be changing anything, but we'll see if that actually happens. So that's okay. I also want to think about another pair of Sawyers out over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a porter stop right here. And that is going to be accepts timber. And then these need clay, I believe. So something like that. And then we'll put in Sawyers. Yeah, these do indeed need clay. So these are going to be up over here. I'm going to put in 2 of these here and here. And then I'm also going to put in a common home about here and here. Okay, so we will see if that gets us where we need to be. That's a lot of things, and I'm actually going to save here in case we have to come back to this point. Let's bring this up to a faster speed, and let's see what happens. Okay, so we're making some progress on getting these things built fairly quickly here, and that's very good to see. I really do want to see these Sawyers get built. They never got built in the time frame previously. So that's absolutely an issue. So these blade nappers are getting built. Timber is our primary lack at this juncture. But we have seen this Sawyer get built. There's a common home here now, so this Sawyer should come online. Eventually, this porter stop will get built. Eventually. Okay, levies dispatched. Sure, whatever. We're still lacking weapons for this War Canoe Wharf. They did get delivered previously, and yeah, here they are coming through down here. So that looks good. These blade nappers, not yet built. And we're still waiting for staffing. So timber is clearly a significant issue. We may need to halt some of these buildings. Levies have returned. Okay. So our finances are definitely doing better this time. I don't think they're doing great. It's definitely an improvement, though. So we know that last time they came from up here. I'm just going to go ahead and rally our troops up here. Although they might come from a different direction. It seems to be random. Okay. Yep, they did indeed. They came from this side this time. So we're going to have to move our troops over here. That's fine. We'll just place them about here. And over we come. Excellent. Once again, we trade very well with them. And we'll just disband these lads. But we're about to fail again here, and this is because our prosperity is at 27 out of 35. So, as we can see, we took way too long on building these Sawyers and getting them online. So this is, of course, going to fail again here, and that's understood. So this time, we can see that the weapons down here did get received, but we didn't actually complete this. So that's probably because of the... And let's just reload this guy. That's probably because of the export weapons that was set up over here. So if we turn that off, that'll be fine. And what else can we do as far as... making these constructions happen more quickly? Well, that's an interesting question for sure. We need more timber. I think that's very clear. Why has this porter stopped getting obsidian? I guess it's for this blade napper? I guess. Okay, well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we'll see how we want to see about getting that prosperity up and getting the war canoes delivered the weapons that they need. But it's clear to me at this point that what we should do, I think, is prioritize in some way the construction of the Sawyers, because I think that's what we're waiting on, is additional timber. I think that's our big issue right now. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.